My name's Angel Lopez, and I directed and I star in it. And uh, this is my dream movie idea. So basically, I just hear like someone clawing at the door, and it's like a witch, and I would go yell, and she like takes my voice, so I can't really talk to tell her to go away.
Okay, so in The Witch from Horrorscape, it starts off with, well, Angel, kind of playing herself, wakes up in the middle of the night hearing scratches at the front door. And yeah, it just kind of spirals out of control from there. That's really all I can say without giving too much away.
The Witch of Horrorscape is a nightmare scene directed by Angel. Um, it starts with a knock at the door, what seems to be a night scene, and takes us on a journey through a couple different horrorscape type ideas. It's supposed to give you this unsettling, unconnected, and like just odd feeling, non-humanoid feeling. So I think it really does that well.
My dream, I just had a dream about like a witch stealing my voice and like choking me. Like we had to it was like white stairs where she was choking me at, but we didn't have any white stairs nearby, so we decided to switch it up a little bit.
So Angel came to me much like she did with Attack of the Giant Ladybug, where she had a nightmare and she wanted to turn it into a short film. And so I can't remember where we was at. We were probably in the middle of Bad Friday, the production of Bad Friday. But she told me during that time, she had this nightmare about this witch trying to get through the door and get at her, kind of thing. And but she told me about it, and she's like, I want to turn it to short film. And of course, I said yes, because my God, Attack of the Giant Ladybug, became our most acclaimed picture we've done. So it's like, yeah, let's do it again.
I got attached to the project when I was called up for my executive producer notes, just to supervise and see kind of what productions are going to come out. So I watched it and gave my very brief notes on what I thought might make it more of a, I don't know, just a poignant touch. So I gave my small notes and said, be on your way, and did my little bit, did my song and dance.
It was like, okay, like, this is only my, like, what, second directing thing, so I'm, like, still not used to the directing.
The direction, much like the writing, it's very straightforward as well. She just kind of tells you what she wants, and then you just kind of fill in the blanks with the rest of it.
I think this is probably one of the first times where I don't feel that I have seen anyone else get involved with the direction this time. I think this is more entirely her beast this time around, where she's maybe had someone kind of walk and maybe videograph for her. So she's getting like full hands-on and more wheels to this one, and I think you can see that. It's cool to see her vision come out more in The Witch of the Horrorscape.
I didn't really write anything out. I just just thought about it without writing it to direct my friend Kayla.
So the story's pretty much bare bones, much like Attack of the Giant Ladybug. I mean, there's that's what I kind of like about these short films. There's no filler to them. It's just straight ahead. Here's what's happening. Boom, 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 and there you go. And so this one was no different. This basic storyline, pretty straightforward. Witch trying to get in the house, and blah blah.
It all has its own thumbprint for sure. You can always tell it's a Angel Lopez Halo production. So I don't know. I think that's to be seen. Everyone knows kind of what that is, so yeah. Has that sort of dreamy feeling.
It's my first time or second time acting in something. So still not like used to acting yet. Yeah, Daniel like produced it, and he just like got like the scheduling and the lighting.
Well, this is actually the first movie that TPS has done where I have not been in front of the camera at all, and that was never by design. Like that's the funny thing is, like I never intended for me to be in every one of these movies. A handful of them I was never meant to be a part of anyways. But for circumstances outside of our control, I had to fill in the spot. But this is the one time where I was never needed in front of the camera and nothing fell through. So I mean, it was perfect.
Wow. I mean, it's no surprise that most productions and every production that Daniel is involved with, he is involved with seeing himself on camera. But this one luckily got out without him in it. So, hey, congrats.
This, in this movie, I am literally just the producer. I did other stuff too. I guess, the credit is producer, but, I did the editing, the sound design, all that stuff. Assistant director, but that kind of just goes with the territory when you're working on TBS and you're the producer of, these films or whatever.
Asshole. Total asshole. Nobody likes him. Daniel's always a good guy. Always having a good time when I have to work with him, so. When I am forced and obligated to work with Daniel, I'm having a terrific time. Especially if I'm held at gunpoint and have to do it, so.
He helped me like gave me like ideas like at the end to like either shorten it or whatnot.
Josh Shaney, he was very supportive of the project and everything, and just like always, he just kind of comes in and he'll look at what you got going on, throw his notes out there, try to make this better, and then just kind of goes on. So
cohesive nature, baseline quality, and just like kind of some last minute thoughts, mostly just last minute thoughts, just to make it more of like a production or whatever. Anything I can do to make it a little tighter, a little more polished, I guess. That's what I take seriously.
I think what I really dig about this movie is I feel like, I don't know, it's like, much like with Attack of the Giant Ladybug, the fact that there is not much plot. Again, with Attack of the Giant Ladybug is like 2 minutes, something like that. This is only like 2 minutes as well. You're only seeing a little part of this nightmare, but you do get the feeling that there is a world just outside of all of it. There's more backstory. With Attack of the Giant Ladybug, why is there a giant ladybug, stalking this woman in her nightmares, and then it followed her out of her nightmare or whatever. With the Witch of Horrorscape, like, what is this witch, like, why does she target Angel? Why is, how does she get transported to the cemetery? What's going on? Like, where is the Horrorscape? I feel like these are just like gateway to bigger stories. And I don't know, I just feel like, especially with this one, there's a world just waiting to be explored. I think it's our first, in my opinion, this may be our very first step into the Horrorscape. But it's definitely a realm I want to explore more of. I want to return, if you will.
I wouldn't say I'm surprised. I think it's got just enough to be like interesting. So that's cool. I think it's done what it should have.
I like the how it went. Yeah, except for like the whole like white stairs. We had no white stairs nearby.
Again, with every short we've done, and even our one feature film, ultimately, yes, you do want, to have the world see it. You want this to get, reach as many people as possible. But at the end of the day, you're also expecting it not to. But I remember, like I said, with the Attack of the Giant Ladybug, it was such a surprise that caught on like it did. and it blew up in a sense. I mean, especially considering our humble little small company here, it did really well for us. So of course I want to see this one do the exact same thing. If it doesn't, hey, that's cool. We had fun making it, and we had a blast doing it. But if it does, yeah, that's cool too.
That's a wrap.